their way. And that's where I started to realize, wait, my North Star is still the same. I still want to see women and children thrive. And I don't have to be in politics to do that, but maybe I can build a business that goes in, and I don't know if Laura Vander Herberg is here. She was one of those great women I called. I said, what's your best advice for me? And she said, well, what I do is I think about where are the gaps? Where are the cracks? Go there and fill those. And that could be so meaningful and so needed. And she was right. So the business I'm building is all about building the capacity of women leaders and good feminist leaders who've got big projects, who've got big dreams, who've got big heavy lifting ahead and a whole lot of pushback coming their way. Well, what I can do is help them with some of that heavy lifting. Having the longest mandate letter in government helps. I can do a bunch of things well and I can keep it together. These women will continue to inspire me every single day. I've been a fortunate woman. Despite loss after loss, fail after fail, and I know there's some Trent folks here, some Trent profs here. I failed my first year at Trent, but I got back on my feet. I was supposed to go to Afghanistan the day after finally graduating from Trent. And then there was a bombing in Kabul, and the job I got, they said it's not safe enough, turn around. I came back to Canada feeling like a failure. And then I got this great gig at the New Canadian Centre, which I think Andy Craig is here, holding it all together so well. And from that, I got opportunity after opportunity. And what I'm afraid of is, particularly over the past few years, I'm hearing it from young women who were little girls when they started first volunteering with me. The Kayas, and the Veronicas, and the Laylas, and the Anitas, and so on. These little girls had big dreams, and they would say, I'm gonna be the Prime Minister, I'm gonna be the Governor General, I'm gonna be the Mayor, I'm gonna be the Minister of this, I'm gonna head the United Nations. What I'm afraid of, based on the conversations I've had with them, now they tell me, we saw what happened to you and other women who dared to put their hand up. We don't want any of that. What I'm afraid of is if we lose that generation too, who say we don't want any part of this leadership. Well, what did we all work so hard for? The whole point of my mom bringing us to Canada was so that we would have voice, we would have choice, we would have opportunity, we'd make the world better for others, and then we'd widen the path for others. I wanted you here tonight because if there are any little girls in your family, or little boys, genders in between, who are feeling like, oh, don't dare raise your hand, I want you to go home and tell them, first of all, that I'm okay, I'm better than okay, I've landed on my feet. That it's possible to dream big, to win big, to lose big, and to get back on your feet again and again. Indeed, that is the only way things are going to get done. I want you to go home and tell them to not be afraid of failing big. Because as my friend Tia says, her dad Robin says, the world is in trouble because people have forgotten how to dream big. And I want you to sign up. Because when I'm ready to actually launch this thing, I'll be counting on your support. If you know women who are in leadership positions, who need help with project management, who need help with strategic planning, let them know that I'll be there and I have their back. I'll be doing some public speaking, and we'll bring some speakers here to Market Hall so that we could have more conversations like this. Don't worry, it won't just be me. Show up, keep showing up. And I will get to channel my inner Oprah. I am starting a podcast. So if you know any badass women who should be on that podcast, tell them to take my call. So onward. Onward. Thank you so much for being here tonight, for listening to me.